guy's in that screwed up.
Look out the window. Starboard side, 3 o'clock.
The hell, starboard side. No way.
No way. What is it?
Whoa, shit. What the fuck is that, man?
I can't see it.
Whoa, no, hey, what's that, man? That was a UFO. I have no. That's insane, bro.
What are you looking at?
Hey, easy, guys. No, guys, it's over here now. Look.
Oh my God.
This is area 51.
Whoa.
I don't know. That looks scripted. That looked like almost like a scene from Cloverfield. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. This is Not Without My TV. I am Chris, and we are watching the world go crazy, one short video at a time. Let's just go ahead and get started.
They create all of us Disney kids. I definitely wasn't created in a lab, and if I was, there must have been a bug in the system which caused me to malfunction somewhere between the years of 2013 and 16. That they create all of us Disney kids. I definitely wasn't created in a lab, and if I
Did she just like she was going to live till 2060?
Charles Smith.
In an MCSO orange jumpsuit, Charles Smith, who goes by Wolfie Coletti on social media, was in court for the second time in just a few days. Already arrested in Mesa over the weekend, where police say he took this can of bug and flea killer off the shelf at a Walmart and sprayed the pesticide on produce that was on sale for anyone to buy, all while filming the action himself. The 27-year-old told officers he's a self-proclaimed troll and that he makes up to $10,000 a month posting those videos on social media. The court paperwork for the latest arrest is sealed, but as part of his release conditions, the judge told Smith he is not allowed to be on any social media, and he's not allowed to set foot inside any Bosa Donut shop. We reached out to Bosa Donut for comments, but have not heard back.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house.
Oh, man.
And we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any access of going home and promising.
Okay, that's something that I don't like hearing.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
In a statement Tuesday, the Maricopa County
Shit,
Attorney's
don't call the
Office
landlord.
its
Something.
lawyers continue to review Smith's case, and that County Attorney Rachel Mitchell is particularly concerned because of the risk Smith created for the public and the possibility someone will try something similar to gain attention on social media. The county attorney's office also wants to remind people not to repost these types of prank videos on social media. Instead, report the videos to law enforcement. We'll continue to follow Smith's case and bring you updates both on air and online. For now, reporting, Zach Perlutsky for Arizona's Family.
That's kind of evil, not just trollish, to be spraying pesticides on foods like that. And then, like, it's not like he's following up with who buys it to see if they get sick or not. He's just doing it randomly and going. Like, and as far as trying to, posting it online and trying to get other people, influence other people to do that, I think the person who was presenting this article, this topic, the news, they are the worst culprits of that. I mean, have you seen the news lately about these freaking brothers that killed their parents? They're all superstars now. They keep playing them over and over. And then that guy that shot the CEO, they keep playing him over and over. They're making these guys stars. It's at the same time, are they going to try and blame this guy for influencing people?
In a bizarre murder plot, 53-year-old British doctor Thomas Kwan disguised himself to inject his stepfather, Patrick O'Hara, with a mysterious substance under the pretense of a COVID vaccine. O'Hara developed a life-threatening flesh-eating infection requiring weeks of intensive care. Kwan's motive? To inherit his mother's estate. Police later found books on poisons and murder tactics in his home. Kwan has pled guilty to attempted murder and will be sentenced soon.
The yoke of the devil has been destroyed.
Hail, hail, Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. Did you guys see this? Yeah. Looks like the British government is going to extradite Americans for saying things on social media they don't like. So essentially, the British government is going to finally crack down on foreigners breaking their laws. Not in their own country. No, they're going to try to come over to the U.S. and do it. And I got to tell you, as a Virginian, we're stoked, right? Because all of our heroes in Virginia became heroes by fighting the British. So the fact that the redcoats are coming, this is a huge opportunity for us. We are really excited. We even put one of your kings on our flag. Yeah, he's right here. Anyway, can't wait to see you. And if you decide to bring Hessians again, tell them we got a Christmas present for them. They'll know what we're talking about.
Particle band to the tan, boom tang tang, toon tang to the loogie. For it the bang bang on a doogie. We pull a bit of a tang tang on a.
She puts her dead dad ashes under a microscope watch.
The picture I showed you is my dad's ashes. When he died, I needed to prove something to myself, but I needed to prove it in images. Somehow I got a permission to use UNAM's microscopes, and that's when PhDs in physics and chemistry and biology, they all said that what I was going to observe was white, black, and gray, which is ashes. When I went into the lab, the doctor was just staring into the microscope. And when he finally called me and said, come see, it was shocking for everyone, and especially for all the scientists. They weren't expecting that. And so it was just mind-blowing for me.
God is real, guys. Jesus loves you. Follow for more. She puts her dead dad ashes under a microscope watch.
Well, my first initial thought is, wow, that's amazing. But then I instantly go to how has nobody ever done that before? It's 2024. How long have I feel like that should have been one of the very, very first things that whoever it is invented the microscope tried to do. It's hard. It's really hard to believe that she's the first person who's ever done that. That's real life for building engineers. Now that was a little bit more intense. You could tell he was working on a live circuit that was more than just your standard 240 or whatever the standard is. But yeah, I've been there. I've been the guy with the hook and the guy in the suit. Well, I didn't have a suit like that, but yeah, that's real.
How is it the tree is so smart, managed to take the carbon dioxide, which is the carbon and oxygen nicely combined, and undo that so easy? Life has some mysterious force. No, the sun is shining, and it's the sunlight that comes down and knocks this oxygen away from the carbon. So it takes sunlight to get the plant to work. And so the sun all the time is doing the work of separating the oxygen away from the carbon. The oxygen is some kind of terrible byproduct, which it spits back into the air, and leaving the carbon and water and stuff to make the substance of the tree. Then when we take the substance of the tree and stick it in the fireplace, and there's all the oxygen made by these trees, and all the carbon would much prefer to be close together again. And once you let the heat to get it started, it continues and makes an awful lot of activity while it's going back together again. And all this nice light and everything comes out, and everything is being undone. You're going back from carbon and oxygen back to carbon dioxide. And the light and heat that's coming out, that's the light and heat of the sun that went in. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn it. How is it the tree is so smart?
He looks like he really, really enjoys talking about this topic. He's all happy talking about it. I would say that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty believable. Instead of it's just the sun coming out, I would say the energy itself, because everything will burn. Anything that burns, this will burn, but it didn't take the direct sunlight to create it. It was energy, other forms of energy that went into. Anyway,
there's something happening to the rainbow darter, a tiny fish that lives in the rivers of southern Ontario. If they're downstream from a sewage treatment plant, the male fish turn into females.
If you expose them to wastewater, they will feminize. They will have eggs in the testes.
What's causing the males to
eggs
develop
in the testes?
Human hormones, residue from prescription drugs that are flushed into the river. There's something happening to the rainbow darter.
Man, that guy with the really deep, raspy voice that gets sued every Thursday. That guy, he predicted this, but he said it was frogs. Everybody laughed at him. They're still laughing at him. Wow.
To celebrate the day you was born.
I'll celebrate the day I die.
Because you're going to move on to the next path in life.
Yes.
Who influenced?
Both, for example, you had how many birthdays?
Me? What do you think?
Well, I know that you had one birthday.
Yeah.
You were born
Yeah.
on a certain day.
Absolutely.
You had no more birthdays after that. So I don't celebrate birthdays. So that stops me from counting days, which stops me from counting time, which allows me to still look the same as I did 10 years ago, just like that lady said.
I mean, that's not really the reason why I don't celebrate birthdays, but that's going to go on the list. Also, sugar makes you older. Stop eating sugar. Oh, no. Man, that looks like the opening scene from one of those Tom Hanks movies where it's like Tom Hanks versus the church, where he goes all John Wick on the Pope and some shit like that. Like the next scene, this would be the opening scene, and the next one would be him at CERN doing something. That don't look good. Man, that looks like he just dropped him on the floor. Ew. It looks like it's raw. That was kind of gross, but I don't know. That looked a little bit fake. The fry looked raw, but he dumped it out of a cooked package. And then also those look like larvae of parasite larvae, but if those things were deep fried, the French fry was fried at, in the oil all the way through. That thing doesn't look like it was touched at all. So I don't know. That looked fake, as in like he put something in it, or I don't know. That just didn't look like the same video all the way through. It looked highly edited. And I mean, I don't doubt that there's all kinds of nastiness in those fries, but that particular scene where he had the parasite looking right at it, that looked like he put it in there. What? It's strange how a lot of our history seems to be just changing as we see it. So I feel like that video could have been really useful in like the school setting, like elementary school. You show kids the marvels of engineering. Like, look what you can do. Look what the engineers of 100 years ago did, and just think what you could. No, they don't show pictures like this.
Yo,
You just hit my car? You just hit my car?
No, I tapped it. Just to say, don't stop right there. You stop right in the sidewalk. This is a tap.
Bro, don't do that to my car, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
It's a way of talking to you. Don't stop in the middle of the sidewalk. Hi.
Yo, this ain't real, is it?
What's that?
Is this
You
real?
have a
Is
gun?
this
Are
really?
you gonna take out a gun and shoot me now?
Is this really happening?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you like an adult.
Adult.
One adult. Oh, that's new to you. Okay. So agree.
All right, bro. Yo.
Yeah, you should be able to talk to people randomly to let them know, hey, you're stepping on the, you just stepped in a pile of shit, dude. You might want to wipe your shoe down. You can't talk to people anymore without them getting mad. Did you hit me? Ugh.
I got one yes and 2 no's.
That's okay. I'm proud of you anyway, sweetie. I haven't you.
You did?
I did.
Who said yes?
Steven Tyler.
He did?
Uh-huh.
Yes to what?
He said I have a good voice for American Idol.
He did?
I'm gonna say no.
Awesome. He did.
Okay. Well, I missed that scene.
I got one yes and 2 no's.
That's okay. I'm proud of you anyway, sweetie.
He wasn't gonna let her have that in front of her mom. That's mean, dude. You're the front man for the liars of the industry, and you're not gonna let her have that one little lie with her mom. That's why nobody likes you, man.
You don't. Look at him. Yeah, that's right. No.
You're gay.
You don't. Look at him. Yeah,
Him
that's
wants to
right.
let me get a little bit left from my cataract.
You're gay.
Hello,
I was looking for Matt.
this is Matt.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
You sound a little confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you calling me?
What's going on?
You recently went out with a listener to our show for a lovely dinner, and she feels like you're blowing her off, and you don't want to see her again, and she wants to know why. Do you have any idea who I could be talking about?
I don't know. The last date I was on was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? Not a couple days ago?
A couple of days ago? No.
The girl that emailed us, Emma, said that you guys went on a date like 2 or 3 days ago.
Girl.
Was that not a date?
No.
What do you mean?
All right, that's confusing. Yeah, no, Emma said that you asked her out and then you went on a date and there were sparks and you guys had a great time. You didn't consider that a date?
That was definitely not a date.
What?
From everything she said, it sounded like a date. What was it then?
Maybe she didn't tell the whole story here. Emma, we were both ushers. We were just trying to see a show for free.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know how long the show was because I was meeting some friends at a bar later that night.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. We're going in here. So, okay. So the show ends, left the theater, went to the bar where my friends are. And then lo and behold, 20 minutes after I get there, Emma shows up.
Oh.
Now, at first, I didn't think anything of it. I did tell her where we were going. So, there's not a lot of bars on that street. So maybe, whatever.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't invite her to the bar.
Oh, no. Let's make that very clear.
It's that. Oh, goodness.
What about the kiss? She said that you guys kissed.
She said that it was a great kiss at the end of the night.
I mean, we were drinking for a while and talking, and I had said goodbye to my friends that I was meeting. They had already left. And she made it seem like she was really wanting a kiss. So, a gentleman. It was nothing like...
Hey, no, you don't need to explain yourself, Matt.
Give
If a
the people
girl
what they
wants a
want.
kiss, sometimes you just gotta lay one on her when they want it. You gotta give them what they need, right, Matt? So
there was nothing R-rated. It was just like no groping. We're no nothing.
I'm
heavy.
sorry, I
It was
can't listen to this anymore.
Hello?
Matt, what are you doing?
Of course, you know
Emma?
she's on the phone. You know if the radio
yeah,
calls
Matt, that's
you,
Emma's
there's gonna
voice.
be a
She's
surprise.
on the other end of the phone has been listening this whole time.
Oh my God.
Matt, you're going to lie on the radio and say that that wasn't a date or that that kiss didn't mean anything to you?
I'm not lying. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come to that bar. You just showed up literally in front of all my friends and was just like, hey. And I was like, oh, what's going on?
You were going to be. Why would you tell me where you were going to be? Why would you tell me of a specific place and time that you were going to be there if you didn't want me to meet you there? You invited me to come to the bar, and then we had dinner and drinks for hours and had like meaningful and intimate conversation. And then at the end of the night, we had an amazing intimate kiss.
She was opening up.
We did not.
I was not very drunk.
He was just going through the motions.
Oh, Emma.
Why does it matter what we ate? That has nothing to do with the quality of our time spent together. We could have eaten twigs. It doesn't matter. You were talking about our family and what we want out of life.
No. Oh, see, here we go.
Someone
See,
that you're
talking
just
about
like
our families. We were just
casually-
talking about your family and how amazing. Here's another thing. In this phone call, if you rewind all this, you will hear Emma say amazing about 400 times.
She says it a lot. Okay.
Matt, did
So
you
Matt-
It was amazing. You know that.
Emma, when you kept talking, you are one of these girls that just says, what are you thinking to the guy over and over and over again.
It's the worst.
She's like, Matt, what are you thinking? If there's a lull in the conversation, I just ordered a drink. And she'd be like, what are you thinking now? I'd be like, I just ordered us another round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you care what I'm thinking?
Because I want to know you on a deep level. That's what intimacy is. That's what happens when you're not afraid to know another person. You want to know their thoughts all the time.
Haven't heard anything from you in a second, Matt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Emma's nuts.
I don't understand why you're afraid of a true connection, or if you don't feel like you deserve that, or if you don't believe it, because you've been burned in the past. But this is a real thing that you can trust. You can trust it, man.
She's fucking
I
hard.
don't even know your last name. We didn't even really talk to each other.
That doesn't matter. Who cares what my last name is?
Emma, is there some way that you blew this all out of proportion?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know what I know. I'm not 15 years old. I've been on dates before. I know what it feels like when it's there and when it's not. And it was there in a stronger way than I have ever felt in my life.
Well, it's not
and
there
I think
anymore.
that Matt is afraid of that.
I will say this. I am afraid.
I am not crazy. I just know what love is, and I recognize it when it happens.
Okay,
I see it, and I saw it in your
Emma.
eyes. I saw it, Matt.
Emma, you sound very, very, very
passionate,
crazy,
upset. And
Well,
yeah.
someone is telling me that an experience that was more real than anything I have ever felt.
Yeah.
You're pretending like that didn't happen. That
Okay.
would make anyone feel
Well,
crazy.
well, Matt felt differently, obviously, Emma.
And he has a
He-
right to his feelings.
Yeah,
He's pretending to feel differently, and I would love to have another chance to sit face to face and have him deny it.
Okay.
Facing
Well,
me, looking at me.
how about this? If you think your love is so strong, I'm going to ask Matt right now. Matt, would you like to go out on a second date with Emma? We will pay for it.
A second date with this Emma?
Yes, the Emma that's on the phone right now, not another one.
I would like to just say that I have not even known this girl for 48 hours yet, and I'm on the radio debating marriage.
Hey, love moves fast sometimes. You just got to embrace it and get on the train, Matt.
So
Will you go out on a second date? We will pay for it.
I will let that train bypass me. I'm going to get on a different train.
You sure? We'll pay for
You're
it.
making a huge
I
mistake, Matt.
appreciate it, guys, but this is not the one for me.
You know what, Emma? In a little while, Matt's going to be kicking himself. A few years down the
I
road.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
When
Matt-
he doesn't find real love, he'll think back to this moment and
Yeah.
he'll remember
When
that it
he
was possible and that he gave it up.
when he's
Sorry
alone,
for you, Matt.
when he's alone and doesn't have anybody, he's going to be thinking back to this phone call and realize how he screwed up, Emma.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Hello,
I was looking for Matt.
this is Matt.
Well, cheers, Matt. Hope your day gets better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more reactions like this. I will see you next time.
That without my TV. No, but seriously, bring the TV.